The next thing I want to do before we start to get in and do our detailing is I want to add in that little kind of uh, soffit pork chop here that sits on the side. Now we can do it, sometimes they do it with the roof return where they shingle it and stuff, but all we're going to do is close in the end here and square that off, and that's going to basically run the length of that wall and then come out over here. We're going to do that with an in-place family. So watch how we do this. We want to look at the side view first on. So let's go to our east elevation. Okay, I'm going to switch this over to be just a hidden line. And what we want to do is create an in-place family extrusion. Now I'm going to take this tree and turn it off. So hide this element like that. So what we're going to do is create what is called a component in place. So an in-place family. And also to do it with an extrusion. So watch, we're going to go up to our home tab and we click on component model in place. Creates a component that is unique to the project. So we click on here and we could go down and say, okay, well, we have to pick a category. Well, we'll put it in the roof category. So if we turn off roofs, it'll disappear, etc. So hit OK. And we could call this, I'm just going to leave it with the name roof 1. That's fine. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an extrusion. So I'm going to say extrusion. Now, first thing it's going to do is it's going to, if I don't have a plane already selected, it's going to say, where's your work plane? Okay. So what I'm going to do here, before I even do this, just as a precautionary measure, I'm going to cancel that out. I'm going to not start my extrusion. I'm actually going to go set my work plane before I do anything. So this is like in AutoCAD setting your UCS. So I say set, and now I can say pick a work plane. So I'm going to hover over the surface of this fascia board and hit tab until I get it. There it is. Click. Now that is my work plane. And if I turn on the visibility to show it, we can kind of see it there. So that is, not that that's of any great help, but you can turn it on. Okay, back to view and home, I should say, and turn that back off again. So now I'm on this surface when I sketch. Now when I go extrusion, it's not going to ask me to pick a work plane, and I can use the pick option and say pick here, pick this wall, and then the last segment I'm going to just use a regular old line, pick, and then you know what I'm going to do, fill it. Okay, that's really it. Now I need to say the start is going to be the surface of there and the end is going to be 1 foot. I'm just going to leave it at 1 foot and just see what it does. Hit finish. Okay. Now I can even go to a 3D view part way through here and you can see there's my 1 foot and then finish. I didn't set the material and I also didn't do the extrusion right. It should have been a negative number, but it doesn't matter anyway because what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift middle mouse button and I'm going to take this edge and I'm just going to pull it to the other side. Okay. And once I get close, I can actually just use my alignment tool. Watch. Okay, I've pulled it out somewhere near there. And now I'm going to say align to this surface, this object. Boom, done. Escape, escape. Now what I'm going to do is pick on this in-place family, say edit in place again. And because you can have more than one component inside of here, I'm going to now pick this component and go to the properties and say material, pick on the left, and I'm going to set it to be that vinyl material. Okay, so it blends in nicely. Hit OK, and then click out, and then hit finish to finish my family. Okay, now it'll render and look nice. Okay, now I wonder if I can mirror that to the other side of the house. Let's go to a west elevation. And that grid line is dead center, isn't it? So let's go and just grab that little guy right there and say mirror about. No, I don't want to draw. I want to pick the axis. Here, pick. Not so bad. Okay, go to my 3D view. Now I have my nice little line work there. Now if I join these, I wonder if I join them up. Join this with this. You see, when you join and they're the same material, they get rid of the lines in between. Watch, I'm still joining. You don't have to restart it. Okay. Isn't that wonderful? Okay. Do it again. I'm still in the join tool. Oh, you see joining it there obviously cleans it up at both ends because it's all one big object. So joining them up, because they're the same material and they're exactly coplanar, when you join them, joining doesn't make anything change its size. It doesn't alter the physical space of it, but what it does do is it takes the two objects and compares the two and then joins them up and blends and compares materials. If there was an offset here, there would still be a line, but there's no line because they're coplanar and they're the same material and they've been joined. So that's the soffit part of our roof.